One of the things that I still have sitting in my classroom that I treasure was a white elephant. Now, you know, you've heard of white elephant gifts. That's the booby prize. That's the bad prize. So, well, let me show you.
Okay.
Since 1984, this white elephant has been a part of my room. I really do treasure this now. It was real funny. We had a raffle, and I don't remember what club at school had the raffle. They had a raffle, and everybody was buying tickets. And among the gifts, there were a lot of really cute, nice things. There were like T-shirts with school logos. There were sweatshirts. I think there was a certificate for free tennis shoes. And this white elephant. Okay. Well, Maria Gall bought a chance on the raffle. You know, she brought a raffle ticket. And of all those nice, fun gifts to get, what did Maria win? Maria won the elephant. Well, she wasn't really excited about taking it home. It didn't fit the decor in her bedroom or what. So I said, well, yeah, I want the elephant. We'll put it in the yearbook room. For years, it sat in the yearbook room. Well, when I gave up doing the yearbook, and still kind of miss the yearbook, I love the yearbook, I took this to my room, my Spanish room. I really treasure it. All over South America and Central America, the white elephant is a symbol of good luck, and almost all homes have the white elephant. And for the luck to be real, you have to have his rear end facing the front door. So this sits in my classroom, but I think of it fondly because I remember us laughing so at Maria winning this instead of the good gift. But it really means something to me. It's good luck all over South America, but it also brings back that little story.
I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty.
Well, it's a part. I just have a lot of good memories of people from the class of '84. You were always such a dear to work with.
I do.
Remember prom?
I
We decorated
yes,
prom.
I remember that.
Yearbook was good. I guess really the only thing that's changed very much about me is I have to have my glasses now to read. But I just, no, just for the last couple of years. But I was looking at the yearbook staff, and some of the seniors that were on staff that year were Kathy Lible was sweetheart, homecoming sweetheart of the yearbook. But there was Kathy Lible, and Gina Jo Harris was on staff, Jason Pennington, Bruno Evans. Oh, we all remember Bruno. Bruno, and Wendy Kaneki, and Lisa Wyatt, Amy Alvarez, Sean Dearman. They were the seniors that were on staff that year, so I had a wonderful yearbook staff, and we had so much fun. They were a fun group to have. Bruno's kind of crazy, of course. He's a lot of fun, but we liked him anyway. I hope that all of them are at the reunion. They were such good people. Yeah. 84. There were some real memorable people. One that I remember, and I ran into, I think it was at Thanksgiving, she was home visiting her family, but one that I ran into at Winn-Dixie and looks exactly, if not prettier than she did in '84, was Diane Wester.
Diane Wester, okay.
I always thought she looked like a model in school, and sure enough, from what I'm
She hasn't changed much.
Well, she was a model. She worked as a model maybe in Washington or Oregon.
She was there for Washington State for Washington.
Yeah, she did turn out to be a model, but I saw her in Winn-Dixie, and she's just as beautiful as ever. And I remember, you remember Irwin Jackson and his dancing? Irwin Jackson had moves that Michael Jackson has not even thought about. But I remember, if we ever finished a test early in that class or anything, Irwin, to fill up the last 3 or 4 minutes, we'd let Irwin show us the latest moves and all. But I remember him. And one of, teachers aren't supposed to have favorites, but every once in a while, there comes along a class, and this was one of my favorite classes to come out of Northwest. And I would say that even if I weren't talking to the class of '84. One thing that another thing other than the white elephant that I have in my room that was from 1984 was this. Is this going to be in the show? Was this. This is a string art that won first place in the Spanish contest at Austin Peay. And it was done by no other than Rico Ransom.
Nice.
Yeah, this was the second one that Rico had done. He did one last
I didn't know he was this talented. I thought he was basketball and football. I didn't know this.
Well, I guess he just can do anything he
I
wants to.
see.
He did one the year before that was a Quetzal, and it is on orange velvet, and it's still in my room. So both of these string arts that Rico did are hanging in my room till this very day. So I just have lots of really good memories and memorabilia from the class of '84.
I didn't know. So the
First place, and the one he did last year won second place. Yeah, he placed. I was very proud of him, and I was so afraid that Rico was going to insist on taking them when he graduated because he had put a lot of work.
I can see.
But he's such a dear, he let me keep them. Rico used to come by the school every so often. I think he's still in town. But I haven't seen many people from the class of '84 lately. Anytime you're around Northwest, you're welcome to come say hi. I'd love to see any of
Ms.
you.
Reynolds, can you send Becky Morphy to the office?
We're in the
She's
school,
in
so we're hearing the intercom. Right.
intercom. So, any words of advice to our class? We embark on our second decade.
On the second decade, if you can stay true to yourself and be as fine a gentleman and a young lady as you were in '84, you're going to be okay.
Great.
I do hope you all have a really fun reunion. Class reunions are fun, and girls, look around. You young ladies probably look about like you did in high school, but didn't the guys change? They did at mine. I thought the guys changed more than the girls, but you haven't. You pretty much look like you did in '84.
Probably so. Yeah.
But when I went back to mine, it seemed like all the guys looked so different, and all the girls still look, still look the same.
Those I've seen have been the case because I've seen in the class as well.
Yeah, do you see me?
How you doing?
I'm doing just fine.
Good.
Just fine.
I appreciate you letting us come to your house this evening to do this interview. I really appreciate that. Taking the time to share with us this evening. Appreciate it.
Oh, well, I'm very proud to do that. I kind of expected to do this before, but actually we've been so busy and our lines have been crossing all of the time, so therefore any time is all right. The door opens from the outside.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. You're looking well, I may add.
Well, I'm doing very well. I think I was saying to my wife that perhaps maybe if I can just retire.
1 more year?
1 more year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
that's right. That'll give me 35 years.
35 years!
That's right.
That's kind of hard to conceive right now, Mr. Williams.
I didn't start yesterday.
Okay.
Okay. So everything seems to be going very well, very well. See. So I'm happy as of right now, and I feel like that my regular schedule is that I teach classes, 5 classes a day.
So you're teaching now?
I'm teaching.
Okay.
So at the time that you people were here, see, I was an assistant principal.
Right. Kept us in line too, I mean.
Yeah, and then that following year, after you guys graduated, then I went off to be an evaluator for the State Department. So I left about the same time you did.
Really?
You know, and then I came back that following year, and I've been out here ever since then, and I served as assistant principal for 17 years. And then I decided that I thought it would be best for me to go back to teaching classes until I became the age of 62, so I could draw Social Security along with the retirement.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
And so that's what I've been driving at, and so come next year, I'll be 62. Come March
Hard
of
to
next
believe.
year, I'll be 62, and I'll be
Like
ready
you.
to go.
Look like you're
Yeah.
prime 40.
No,
45.
no.
Looking good.
Oh,
Looking
dear.
good. Looking good.
I don't want to hear that. That's right. So how have you been?
Been doing good, Mr. Williams. Doing
Yeah.
a lot of traveling, but been doing real good.
And most of the members of the class
Most of them,
that you're in contact with.
yeah, most of them are actually somewhere in the area.
Yeah.
They are too very far away.
Well, that's fine. So your reunion is going to be successful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
So the participation is going to be good.
We're expecting a great turnout.
All right, that sounds good. Man.
So
That
if
sounds
you're around
good.
here, then
Yeah.
you best stay.
How about that? Okay. Okay, that sounds good.
Have you seen been the classmates yourself in the community?
No, as
You
a
see-
matter of fact, there was a girl named Lambert. It was at the graduation of the day.
Okay.
I can't.
Lambert, tip my tongue too. Never you
Can't
said.
think of her
First
first
name.
name. But she was at the graduation, and she came up and she spoke to me, and she told me who she really was. I knew her all the time because I had been going to the yearbook. And
I am too.
I've been going through the yearbook, and I've been looking at different ones, you know, and I said, well, now, when they come to the reunion, if I'm able to attend, then I'll know some of these folks.
Right.
I did that back in 1973, you know, okay? I went to the yearbook before we went to the reunion that night,
Huh.
and I checked the yearbook. I said, I'm going to have all of these names on the tip of my tongue. When I got to the reunion, I couldn't think of a soul.
Really?
I couldn't think of any names, and the people had kind of, and they were looking differently.
Look a
you
little
know?
different. Yeah.
You see, they were kind of changing as they grew older, you know.
Right.
You know, I was not changing that much simply because I had already changed.
Okay.
You know, okay. But the thing that happened was that they were, you know, the young men was kind of growing hair on the face, you know.
Okay.
Girls wearing different hairstyles and things of this nature, so I didn't recognize some of them. But I had been in the yearbook, and I could call some names, you know, like that, okay? But it was interesting, and so I went to the yearbook, the class of '84 yearbook. I looked through there, and I saw different ones, and then I said, well, now when I talk to the president, I'm going to make sure that I know some names here. You know, when I come to the reunion, I'll know some names,
Right.
just like this. So, all in all, it's been fine, and I know that you're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
It seemed like to me it's well planned. I saw it in the paper 2 or 3 times.
Good,
I
good,
think,
good,
you know,
good.
okay. And it should be well publicized, and you guys should do very well.
Appreciate that.
You know.
Do you have any words of advice for our class as we take on our next 10 years
Yeah, how
here?
about that? See, you'll still be rookies.
Still rookies.
You'll still be rookies. You see, when you get to be, in the next 10 years, you'll be this side of 40.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
So you'll still be rookies, okay? But if you do these next 10 years as well as you've done so far, those that I've talked with and those that I've seen from time to time, you know, like this, I think you're going to be successful, you know. We cannot say that all the students that graduate in that class, whatever class, they're all going to be successful. To some degree, they will be,
Right.
you know, okay? But they have time, and that's the most important thing. You have time on your side, and when you have time on your side, you have time to make a mistake, rectify that mistake, and start again.
That's
Just
true.
like that, see? And I think, all in all, I think you'll have a successful next 10 years, you know, just as well as you've done this time, or if not better, you know, like this, okay? And you'll still be this side.
This side of 40.
That's right.
Still in our prime.
That's right. Still be there. That's right. So I think you need to just work toward that. Continue to work toward that. Continue to come back to check on us. You know?
You be gone. You be on the lake
Yeah,
somewhere.
but you need to come back to check.
Okay.
See, you need to come
See
back and
that.
check on the school.
Okay.
You know, be a role model for them, you see. And the
Right.
thing that's very important, I think, about that is that you come back, you check on us to see how we're doing. And I say all of the time to the students that I teach every day, I say, I want you to be intelligent. I want you to think through this. I want you to work toward 100% because you might be the one who controls my Social Security. See? I think that's important.
That's
you know.
important.
Okay.
I can see
That's
the benefit in that.
Yeah, I think it's important because, see, most of the time, most of your working years and so forth are going to be perhaps maybe in the 21st century.
Right.
like
That's
that.
true.
So I think it's important to keep in step with the time, you know. Make the changes. Don't grow too set in your ways, you know, like this. And all of these kinds of things would happen to be things that I